Hey guys, welcome back. Uh, got a few things in the mail in the last week or two, and thought since I had a vacation day today and it's kind of gloomy and dark and dreary that just go ahead and show what I got. Uh, this first one is a magazine I know you've all heard of, and I'm a big fan of this. I'm going to have to re up my subscription because I've just been buying them in single issues and that costs more, but I know a lot of you guys are fans of Back Issue Magazine. This is number 147. It's the 20th anniversary issue, and it's dedicated to George Perez and a lot of his work in the Bronze Age. So lots of great stuff in here. Of course, Wonder Woman. Uh, we got started with Marvel with White Tiger, and the back pages of Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. New Teen Titans. Remember the run he did on Black Widow from Marvel Fanfare. Lots of great story and art there. And here's number 19. It's kind of shows the work he did on Flash and the Crisis on Infinite Earths and issue 293, which I actually have here in this stack. I didn't know he had done an issue that had, his art on the Flash in his own book, so I thought that was pretty cool. Lots of great stuff in here. There's some George Perez rarities. There's some Logan's Run. That's a piece he did for his wife of Dracula. So just lots of good stuff. And this one I've been waiting for a long time. I just got it yesterday. Back issue 148. Adam Strange in the Bronze Age. Big fan of DC sci-fi stuff. And I love Adam Strange. It's got lots of great stuff in there. Adam Strange by Bruni and Kubert from Beyond the Unknown. One of my favorite sci-fi titles. Fabulous World of Krypton. The history of the villain Mongol. The Omega Man. Just lots of great sci-fi / Adam Strange goodness going on this. So can't wait to dig in on this one. And I got a package from my comic shop today. I had a gift card that I wanted to spend. And these first couple issues were just, it was out of the dollar special bin. Because, I hate leaving a couple $3 on a gift card because I'll forget about it and I'll never spend it. So I just try to spend every penny I can on it. So this first one, pretty cool book, is Batman Incorporated Special number 1 from 2013. And I really like this title. I've got several of the other series issues of that, especially the one that had Rick Burnham on the art, who's really reminiscent of Frank Quitely, for you fans of Frank Quitely's work. So lots of good story and art in here. And I just to pick this up just because of another Batman book. I think it's some reprints from Batman Giant a few years ago. It's called Batman Universe for Michael Brian Bendis. Okay. And I decided to dip my toe in the new comic pool again, which I'd kind of been getting a few, like JSA or the Justice Society and World's Finest and a couple other books. But I'd ordered a couple issues that were like number 2s, and I said, well, I'd kind of like to have the number 1s. So this is the first issue. It's part of the Dawn of DC imperative, I guess you could call it. It's called Fire and Ice, Welcome to Smallville, number 1. I always kind of liked these characters when they were back in the JLI, I guess, Justice League International. Sort of like a blue and gold Booster and Beetle team up. So for some reason, I think they got banished back to Smallville by Superman for some reason. So this is the first issue of that. And like I said, I'm a big JSA fan. Haven't heard a lot of good things about this, but I'm a fan of the character, so I ordered issue number 2, pre-ordered it, should say, and just wanted to make my own judgment on it. Got a great cover there by Gary Frank. I'm a big fan of his artwork, so was Power Girl #1. And now we're going to go back several years. This is from 1988. Big fan of the Golden Age characters, All-Star Squadron, JSA, Seven Soldiers of Victory. And this is a 4-issue miniseries, Crimson Avenger, by Roy and Dan Thomas and Greg Brooks. I got issues 2, 3, and 4 because I thought I already had issue 1, but I did not. I actually had issue number 3. So now I got 2 number 3s and a 2 and a 4. And I just put number 1 in a cart. Really inexpensive book, so, you know, when you're probably getting that. But here's issue number 2. Kind of like the shadow vibe in the background there. This is issue 2 of a 4-issue miniseries. Issue 3, the one I thought that I already had and thought was number 1. Issue number 4. I'm kind of dry. I can hear myself. And this is a book that was inspired by Higgy Pop. Didn't even know this book existed until I watched one of his videos a little while back. And a big fan of this character, so had to snatch it up. Sandman Oversized Special #1 of the Kirby Sandman from the 70s, Sanford Garrett. Got some new stories, and it's got some reprints of like the DNA, I guess was in the back of the Fourth World stuff. But there's some reprints of that, but new stories. You got Dan Jurgens, Steve Orlando, John Bogdanove, Rick Leonardi. You got Green Flores and Buccellato, I guess is the name of it. But I kind of thumbed through it. It looked really good. So, Sandman. And I kind of picked this up because just because of the cover and one of the articles in it. This is Amazing Heroes number 34 from 1983 with a Joe Kubert cover. It's kind of has a preview of a series called Redeemer that did not come out. But if any of you guys picked up the Joe Kubert Presents miniseries, there's a couple of stories with the Redeemer in that. So this kind of goes along with that. So any fans of Kubert, if you want to know more about this, get this issue and pick up Joe Kubert Presents. And it was like one of the last things Kubert did. So definitely worth having if you're a Kubert fan, which I am a huge one. It was kind of a sci-fi, western adventure. You know, it's just a little grab bag of a really good adventure story and some interesting characters. Jim Starlin's Metamorphosis Odyssey. Not sure what that is, if they're talking about Cosmic Odyssey or not. And a brand new Star Wars tale by Goodwin and Williamson. Mike W. Barr on Enemy Ace. So, yeah, definitely want to flip through this one. And this is another. I know there's some a lot of fans of Marvel Team Up, and especially this era, which I didn't have a whole lot in this era, but this book comes highly recommended by our good friend, my good friend Rob Brown, the comics professional. And so we got Marvel Team Up number 63, Spider-Man and Iron Fist. It's great stuff. Look forward to reading that. And in the aforementioned George Perez celebration and back issue, here's Flash 293 with a Perez cover. It's got him and Firestorm teaming up. I thought this was kind of an oddity because I never, other than like in Justice League and Crisis, I'd never known Perez for drawing Flash on the interior. So actually the first story is, I think it's Cary Bates and Don Heck. But in the backup tale, it's got the Flash teaming up with Firestorm, and it's George Perez artwork. So, very cool. Okay, I'm trying to complete some stuff from the Archie Adventure characters. I don't know if I had a glitch there or not. It kind of looked like it. But I'm trying to complete some of these runs of the Red Circle and Mighty Comics and the Archie Adventure series characters. But here is Blue Ribbon Comics number 4. I think this is like from '83. It's got a beautiful Rudy Nebres cover on it. Let's check that out. That is awesome. And these books are cheap, so, you know, definitely worth having if you're a fan of these characters. And going back a little bit, got Mighty Comics number 40 presents The Web versus Iron Fist. Yeah, I'm thinking it's not the same Iron Fist. What do you guys think? But anyway, lots of good, goofy fun. These books don't take themselves too seriously. But I definitely like the characters. They're fun reads. So you got The Web versus Iron Fist, Mighty Comics number 40. I think this ran like from 40 to number 50. And after that, before that, it was The Fly. A lot of, I call this the Charlton method. You know, they would stop one series and continue the numbering on another one. But lots of good fun there. And trying to complete my run of the Jaguar. This is issue number 2. Got a great purple background on the cover. I think there's 15 issues of this. I think I'm about halfway through. So maybe at the comic show I'm going to next month, maybe I'll see a few of these. So definitely some fun stuff. And a book I've wanted for a while. This is sort of like a, I don't know, VG Fine copy, but I got it for a good price. Supervillain Team Up number 1. Trying to complete this one. Dr. Doom and Submariner in his savage Submariner suit. Some are fans of it, some are not. I'm a fan of the character, so, you know, I'm going to like it. This is an upgrade. I was thumbing through some of my books from the Bronze Age, a lot of the DC stuff, and I could tell I really enjoyed this issue, like from the condition that it was in, because it was like, looked like it was mangled. But I got this on the cheap. It's said a VG, but man, this looks almost very fine. It's DC Special Series number 6, Secret Society of Supervillains. Got the Justice League and Captain Comet. I think Higgy might have shown this in a recent video. But I love the Secret Society of Supervillains. Of course, I'm a big Justice League, big Captain Comet fan. So this one, there's probably a reason that other copy looks so mangled. So glad to have an upgrade of that. And these next 3 are what our friend Higgy would call a fatty. But got some 80-page giants from DC here. They're all like lower to mid grades, but I didn't care. They're complete. I just wanted to have them. This is 80-page giant number G39, Giant 39, and number 77 of Lois Lane. Collection of Lois Lane Greatest Shockers. So lots of good Silver Age Lois Lane and Superman fun there. Lois has X-ray vision. The ghost of Lois Lane, the Mad Woman of Metropolis. Lois Witchcraft Curse. I think this is actually a reprint of number 1. And Lois Lane Convict. In the next issue, we see Lois Lane as the Three-Toed Sloth. And here we have some good stuff. This shout out to my buddy Rod here. Some of his Goo Checks. This is Flash, number 169. Also 80-page giant, number 34. Got some great reprints of our favorite Scarlet Speedster. Yup. This one and the next one are 2 that I thought I had in my collection, but apparently I did not. So thought I'd go ahead and pick them up. And this one, I think Rod has shown this one a time or 2 on some of his videos. And I was always a big fan of the cover. And he talked about how much he enjoyed this issue, and now I'm going to enjoy it. Flash number 178, 80-page giant number 46. There you got Barry and Wally and Jay and Hal all looking down at the adventures inside. Got some early adventures there. Flash and Green Lantern, Golden Age Flash. And Flash and Kid Flash, Land of the Golden Giants. Most terrific team-ups. So like I say, like lower grade, lower to mid grade, but don't care. I just want to read it. All right, guys, that's all I got. Hope you guys are having a good start to your weekend so far. Like I say, I had a day off today and get to hang with my wife and my grandson. And tomorrow, uh, my granddaughter celebrates her, well, it's her birthday party. Her birthday's on Sunday, but she's going to have a party in town. So they rented out a place, and so it should be a good time. And so I'll probably ducking out of comic book memories a little bit early because it's at 12, and so I'll probably be heading out about 11 or so. So, but I will be there. You know, if Rod's going to be there, is Rod going to be there? I hope so. Things that make you go Anyway, guys, I've enjoyed this. Ready to do some cool reading over the weekend, and onward and upward.